Disclaimer: this video has mentions of substance use and domestic abuse. Viewers' discretion is advised. What's up, y'all? When I was in high school, I was introduced to substance by my peers when I broke up with my abusive partner at the time. And honestly, it wasn't terrible. However, the path I ended up following led me to a pretty fucking awful trip, and it scared me straight, and I ain't never touched that shit
since. Like, that shit fucking me up.
Like I said before, I first started off with smoking herb. I smoked with the homies, I smoked at home, I smoked when I was bored. You could call me a Cheeto with how much I was puffing. Eventually I cleaned up my act and I ended up joining our high school football team, which had like 11 guys, by the way. And I focused all my energy into that. But as life does its thing where things go off rails, I ended up getting back with that ex that I mentioned earlier, and she peer pressured my ass into doing more shit with her. It is what it is. At that point, I was being manipulated pretty hard, and she eventually convinced me to start smoking weed again. And because I was weak-willed, I started smoking again. I ripped glass paraphernalia, I did dabs, I got crossfaded frequently, and I was low-key throwing my life away. But the thing that scared me straight was the shrooms. Shrooms are not a force to be reckoned with, especially if you're mentally ill like me. And because I didn't really feel like I had any control over my life, I said, "Fuck it, I'll eat the shrooms. Let's see what happens. What's the worst that can happen?" Almost instantly, my life changed within 2 weeks. I woke up the next morning and impulsively broke up with that person and walked home like nothing happened. Now, if you understand brain chemistry, you already know that the chemicals in your brain are kind of cooked, especially if you're adding on the stress of breaking up with someone. Especially someone who is particularly abusive. So, when I got home, I lit up a joint and I started cleaning the house. There came a point where I was cleaning the stove and my inner dialogue went, "Oh, I hear a baby crying. I must be being reborn." And wham! I was straight in psychosis. I was fucked up. I eventually deconstructed my room and found writing on my walls that my ex had put there. I know she was fucking crazy. Like, she was genuinely fucking batshit wild. And I decided to take a nap because, I just cleaned the fucking house and, I was tired. So I laid down in my bed and I slept in a filthy bed. Tell me why at like 3 in the fucking morning this comes into my fucking house. Mind you, breaks into my house and is like looking at me all fucking crazy, like trying to figure out like if I'm willing to get back with her after I just broke up with her like the previous morning.
"Bitch, if you don't get your fucking crusty, musty ass out of my fucking..."
And then I fucking shunned her out because what the fuck, bitch? Get the fuck out of my house. Eventually, I took a shower because of how filthy I was after cleaning the house and my room. And after my shower, I went to my birth giver's room to ask to see the box of the gemstones that she had. And in this moment, my brain was going, "Soul, this is the devil's rock. And because it's the devil's rock, that means that you are the devil. You are a devil, soul. You must send yourself far, far away from here to protect mankind." Eventually, I ran outside naked and came back to my birth giver, to which she called the cops because clearly I was having a mental health emergency. For reference, I was 6'1", 245 pounds of muscle and fat, built like Aaron Donald. And my birth giver tried to stop me being about 5'5", 145 pounds. Yeah. And when the cops came, the first thing that escaped my lips was, "Are you God?" "Yeah, you seem like you got a good kid here." Yeah, he's a good kid. Honestly, I'm sure that they were scared as fuck that this beast of a child was gonna start running again. And to be honest, I don't blame the cop for being scared because my brain was going, "Grab that nigga's gun right now, bro. Trust me, it'll be the best decision you do." Luckily, I was able to hold on to dear life and not engage with my intrusive thoughts. And I was wheeled away in an ambulance while I was screaming. For the next 2.5 months, I was in and out of the mental hospital and I've been diagnosed with OCD. Fortunately though, I don't have the symptoms of psychosis anymore, and now I am a functioning member of society. Oh, him? Yeah, no, don't mind that. That ain't anything you need to worry about.